Assalamu alaikum. Today we will discuss the fertilization. Fertilization, for that we should know first what is the definition of the fertilization. Fertilization mainly starts by the contact between the sperm and the ova, and it will end by the intermingling of the chromosomes of male and the female gametes. So this is the definition. It will start by the contact of these two gametes and end by the intermingling of their chromosomes. You should know first what is the definition of the fertilization. Now we will discuss what are the different steps of the fertilization. This question is very important. It comes into your exam definitely. So you should know what are the different phases of the fertilization. First phase is the penetration of corona radiata. Penetration of corona radiata. As you can see in this structure, if we start from the inside, this is the red oocyte. Then there is a plasma membrane of the oocyte. Outside the oocyte is a zona pellucida, and outermost layer is of the corona radiata cells. So for the sperm to enter into the oocyte, it must cross the corona radiata and the zona pellucida. And for that, to penetrate the corona radiata, it must undergo a reaction which is known as the capacitation. Now what is capacitation? Before that, you should know what is the structure of a sperm. The sperm has acrosomal cap and then the tail pieces. So in the acrosome there is a glycoprotein coat. So the capacitation is the removal of the glycoprotein coat. Removal of glycoprotein coat from the acrosomal cap of sperm. So this is the capacitation, and this reaction must occur for the penetration into the corona radiata. So the second step for the fertilization is the penetration of zona pellucida. Zona pellucida. And what reaction must occur for the zona pellucida penetration? This is the acrosomal reaction. Now what is acrosomal reaction? Acrosomal reaction is the release of acrosin or trypsin-like enzymes which will increase the permeability of zona pellucida. So acrosomal reaction is the release of the acrosin or the trypsin-like enzymes or the substances which will increase the permeability of this zona pellucida for these sperms. So when the acrosomal reaction will occur, only that sperms are able to penetrate the zona pellucida and enter into the or come in contact with the plasma membrane of the oocyte. Now as the sperm come in contact with the plasma membrane of the oocyte, then another reaction occurs which is known as the zona reaction. This is known as the zona reaction. This is also very important. Why? Because as the one sperm come in contact with the plasma membrane of the oocyte, then there is release of the lysosomal enzymes. So there will be the release of the lysosomal enzymes from the cortical granules of the plasma membrane of oocyte. So what is the zona reaction? Zona reaction is the release of the lysosomal enzymes from the cortical granules of the plasma membrane of oocyte. As the the sperm come in contact with the plasma membrane of the oocyte, there will be release of these enzymes, and then what these enzymes will do, they will change the permeability status of the zona pellucida. So now the zona pellucida will become impermeable for the other sperms. So this will allow only one sperm to enter the oocyte. So that is why this zona reaction is very important, because it altered the permeability status of the zona pellucida. So we have discussed the two steps of fertilization up till now. The penetration of the corona radiata, which occurs after the capacitation, then the penetration of the zona pellucida, which will occur after the acrosomal reaction, and after that there will occur the zona reaction. Now what is the third step? Third step is the completion of the second meiotic division of the oocyte, and now there will be the fusion of the membranes of sperm and ova. Now the membranes of both the sperm and ova will fuse, and the fourth phase, there will be the formation of female pronucleus, and the fifth stage, there will be the formation of male pronucleus. After the fusion of the membranes of the sperm and ova, female pronucleus and the male pronucleus will form, just like that. Now these pronuclei have half the number of chromosomes. So for the final step, which is the fusion of pronuclei to form the zygote, for this step to occur, these pronuclei must undergo replication process, so that the number of chromosomes become n and they will fuse to form the 2n zygote. So these are the few steps of the fertilization: penetration of the corona radiata, penetration of zona pellucida, then fusion of the membranes of sperm and ova, formation of female pronuclei, formation of male pronuclei, and fusion of the both pronuclei to form the zygote. Now the next step, or the next question, which is most frequently asked if we talk about the fertilization, which is the results of the fertilization. This is very, very important. Results of the fertilization. This question is frequently asked in the question paper. So what will be the first result of the fertilization? Definitely genetic variability. Genetic variability, because when there is a fusion of these two pronuclei to form the zygote, then in future sometime there will be the male baby or sometime the female. So genetic variability also occurs because there are different nature of these chromosomes from the male and the female. So genetic variability will be. Then determination of the sex. Determination of the sex. Sometimes the X will combine with the X to form the double X, so the daughter will be there. Sometimes the Y chromosome of the male will combine with the X of the female and there will be the male boy. So the determination of the sex. So the third result of fertilization would be the completion of the second meiotic division. Second meiotic division of oocyte. The oocyte in here, this is the secondary oocyte, and this is in the metaphase arrest. As the fertilization occurs, this metaphase arrest will disappear and then secondary oocyte will complete its second meiotic division. So there will be the completion of the second meiotic division. What is the first result of the fertilization? This is the start of the cleavage. Now the zygote will continue to divide after 30 hours, and this will form different types of or the different phases of the zygote, and this process is the process of mitotic division is known as the cleavage. So now the cleavage will start and there will be the formation of the morula. So these are the results of the fertilization, in which first is the genetic variability, then determination of the sex, completion of the second meiotic division of the oocyte, and the cleavage. I hope you understand up till now. In the next lecture, I will start with the cleavage of the zygote. Thank you.